It has been 8 years since this feature was in GTA Online. The armored trucks are back. And in this video, I will go over how you can find them, how you can make money from them, and in typical Rockstar fashion, how much better they could have actually made them. Because as you'll find out, it's the same concept as they were 8 years ago. They spawn, you blow them up with a sticky bomb, and you get the money. So nothing's changed. It's only taken them 8 years to add these back to the game. But let's go ahead and start with that. And so the way you can find them, they do spawn around the map. There's 10 different spawn locations, and you can see we're near one here. I'll show the locations here in a second, but we'll just go through the gameplay. It's a little blue blip. You can see actually I am flying a jet, so they do spawn if you're flying around on an oppressor or in like the Raiju here. You have to be, of course, within the certain radius, and it'll spawn on your radar. It's a little blue blip, go down, and like I said, you just have to take a sticky bomb, throw it on the back of the doors, and that's it. You know, obviously you have to kill the 2 security guards, otherwise they'll kill you. You get some stars on you, but the only difference this time around is instead of it dropping a little money bag, it drops a little crate, which I don't, look, it doesn't really matter, but like, anyone else just feel a little underwhelmed there? The money bag just looks so much cooler than this little crate, which by the way, I couldn't even freaking get. It took me like 30 extra seconds just to hit E on it. It wouldn't let me hit E. I don't know. But that's it. And once you get it, you can see at the top right, you get $50,000. I think you also get 1,000 RP. Now that is only for this week because of course they are paid double, as we'll find out when we take a look at the Newswire. So normally, default, every other week, they're only going to be paying out $25,000. And then of course, after you get that, you just have to escape the cops. So 8 years later, they re-added these armored trucks and they're only paying out $25K. Normally, this week, they're paying out $50K. It is better, I believe, when they were in the game 8 years ago. I believe they only paid like $10,000 or so. So yeah, get a $15,000 bonus, but it, of course, is not really like that worth it. There's so many other things if you're looking to make money in the game. This is just something, if you see it every now and then, sure, go get it. It's a free 25K, basically. Now, as far as the cooldowns and all that stuff, this is what makes it a little disappointing. There is a 20-minute cooldown. So once you hit the armored truck, you have to wait 20 minutes for another truck to show up. Also, when you do first join a session, you have to wait 10 minutes before they show up. And the distance you have to be within the radius, you can see, is 500 meters. So it's a pretty relatively large radius. As far as the 10 locations, here is the map that I always use for any of these sort of like free mode event stuff. We'll just zoom in and go over them. So you have one down here at the airport. Well, it's a little small green thing, but I'll leave a link to this map in the description if you want to take a look. There's one over here on the east side. There are 4 sort of in the northern part of the city. You do have one over here on the left-hand side of the map. Then, of course, you have your 3 up in the north. One in Paleto Bay, one in the Grapeseed area, and then one in Sandy Shores. The one I got was the one sort of in the city here, the northern part of the city. But these are the 10 locations. If you want one to spawn, I mean, what I did was just fly around my jet after waiting 10 minutes in a session, and eventually the blue dot appeared. You can do this in an invite-only session as well. That's what I did it in. It's probably a lot easier in an invite-only session because you don't have other people battling to get the armored truck for themselves. That is how you get the armored trucks. It's how you get money from them. Now, as far as how I think these could have been way better, and look, please agree or disagree with me in the comment section, but would it not have been way cooler if these were session-wide events? They happened every, 20 minutes or so, and depending on the location, the car, the truck, the armored truck would have more or less money. If it started, let's say, at the Union Depository, that would be a big ticket item. That armored truck, could have upwards of $250,000. That would be a crazy amount. And if everyone in the session then got the little notification that that event was happening, imagine just the cool epic battles that would be fought over this armored truck. 250K is really not even that much money still in GTA Online, but for free mode events, I mean, yeah, that's a lot of money. And I think a lot of people, it would be kind of fun to like battle over the cars. You can make the armored trucks invincible, so of course they don't blow up. Depending on how much money the trucks had, you could have a security detail that's in addition to the armored truck. So there's more of a NPC battle you have to go against. Compare that to, let's say if one spawns up in Paleto Bay, maybe it's just a smaller scale one. Maybe it's only like $100,000. There's less security, but of course you have to go up to Paleto Bay. Maybe not many people go up there. So if you really need money, it may be worth it to go get, you know, the 100K, do it. But obviously you're not gonna have like an epic battle because most people will probably stay down in the city. But something along those lines, I think would have been way cooler for these armored trucks. But unfortunately, Rockstar don't know how to have fun, I guess, in their games. Thus, we have the same event we had 8 years ago. But that is the armored truck. I don't want to bitch too much about it because, look, they're back in the game. It's an additional thing to all the other stuff. Not really something to make money. Although, from what I remember, they took them out because people glitched them to infinitely spawn, and people made millions of dollars by infinitely spawning the armored truck events. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time, or maybe hopefully it does, and people get millions of dollars. But that is the armored truck event, and honestly, that's kind of the big ticket item for this week because we knew this was going to happen. They're not giving us, they're putting the drip in drip feed, really. I mean, they're not giving us any new vehicles, it seems like, for a while. Even money and all that, there's not a whole lot going on this week. Of course, we've already mentioned 2 times money on the armored trucks. The only other event that is paying money is the Tiny Racers game mode, and that's paying out triple. But this, in my opinion, is probably one of the worst game modes. I mean, if you like it, hey, good for you, but it's definitely not that fun. Oh, I guess there's also 2 times money on the running back adversary mode. And yeah, that's it. Now, there are some other things this week. They brought back some of those vehicles they took out from the game, like the Akuma here. You can actually buy it in Simeon's, and I would highly recommend buying it if you don't have one. It's literally $9,000. This used to be one of the best bikes in the game. It's maybe top 5 still. It's definitely not the best because there's been a couple of $1 million bikes that are just better, but buy the Akuma. It's such a good bike for $9,000. Look, you go get an armored truck, it's $50,000. You still have $41,000 to spare. But yeah, I think a couple other of these vehicles are also some of the ones they removed. So if you are curious, then, you know, look and see if they're on the websites. And then if not, maybe you buy one. The other 2 vehicles, you have the Swinger and the Taipan. And that kind of is it. As far as discounts, or let's see, as far as the podium vehicle, we have the Silvestra, and then, yeah, discounts. Let's see, 30% off some stuff. The Avenger, lock-on jammers and stuff, 30% off. This is a new DLC vehicle, 20% off. I still don't think it's worth it. It's really not that great of a plane. But that is the event week. Yeah, nothing crazy. The armored trucks is definitely the biggest thing. So hopefully you guys have some fun with them. But that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.